Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying the service so far. We're so happy that you're with us. I want to take a few moments now and share a story with you. Would that be okay? I want to tell you a story about my friend Rabbi Fixler. One day, Rabbi Fixler was at the airport, and he had a long time to wait before his plane took off. So he decided to stop in one of the shops in the airport to get a newspaper and a bag of yummy cookies for a little snack on the plane. He found a comfy-looking seat, and he put his things down, and he started to read his paper. And before long, he noticed that a fancy-looking lady had sat down 2 seats away from him, right next to his bag of yummy cookies. Well, he tried to keep paying attention to his newspaper, but then he saw something out of the corner of his eye that he could not believe. That fancy-looking lady, without even saying please, had taken a cookie from his bag. And she was eating it, without even asking permission. Well, my friend Rabbi Fixler is a really nice guy, and he didn't want to make a big deal out of the fact that that fancy lady had turned out to be a cookie thief. So he tried to pay attention to his newspaper and started counting the minutes until it was time for him to get on his plane. And then, you'll never guess what happened next. That fancy lady reached back into the bag of cookies without asking permission again. And she took out another cookie and started eating it. Rabbi Fixler started getting so mad. He didn't know what to do. Should he yell at her? Should he grab his bag of cookies and walk away? Should he demand that she give him an apology? Well, he certainly couldn't pay any attention to his newspaper anymore. While he was deciding what to do you know what happened next? I bet you guessed it. She reached back into the bag, and this time she took out 2 more cookies for herself. And this time she had the nerve to smile at him. She smiled at him. She was pretending to be nice to him. Not only that, she held up the bag and offered it to him. His own bag of cookies! The nerve of that fancy lady! Well, that was it. Rabbi Fixler is a nice guy, but he couldn't take any more. He was so mad at that lady that he grabbed the bag of cookies out of her hand, and he started stuffing cookies into his mouth. All the cookies, one after another. He was just shoving them right into his mouth without stopping, which he knew wasn't a very polite way to eat, but he sure wasn't going to let that lady steal any more of his cookies. He poured every last crumb from that bag of cookies into his mouth, and then he gave her a look that was not very nice. And he folded up his newspaper, and he walked off to his airplane. He couldn't believe how rude that lady had been. She didn't say please, she didn't say thank you, and then she smiled at him. Unbelievable! Well, finally, Rabbi Fixler made his way onto the plane, and he took his seat, and he reached into his backpack to pull out a book to read, and then he couldn't believe his eyes, because there, inside his backpack, was the bag of yummy cookies he had bought himself for a snack. That's where he'd put them, inside his backpack, which means, he thought to himself, if these are my cookies, then those must have been her cookies. She had put them down next to me when she sat down. She had even offered to share her cookies with me. Well, I feel so terrible, he thought. I was sure that she was doing the wrong thing, and I never even stopped to think that maybe I was doing the wrong thing. I wish I had been more thoughtful. I wish I'd been more polite. I wish I had the chance to apologize. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed that story, but I feel so bad for my friend Rabbi Fixler. Oh, my poor friend. How do you think he felt at the end of that story? I bet he felt really sad and really upset that he didn't get a chance to say he was sorry. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had a time when you wished you could tell someone you were sorry and you didn't get a chance? Well, I wonder what we can do in this new year to make sure that we don't have those sad feelings anymore. I guess one thing we can do is always to be sure to think about other people's feelings and say we're sorry when someone looks like their feelings are hurt and see what we can do to take care of all the people around us and be generous with our feelings and with our cookies. Shana Tova, everybody. I hope you have a sweet, happy new year with all the people that you love.